Now, this is what we got for a temperature today. I'm a little late getting here this morning. It's 11:30. This morning it was minus 37, so it's warmed up quite a bit. We'll take a look and see what the temperature is inside the cabin. Minus 30. It looks like it's warmed up a bit in here as well. So, well, the cold is back. We were down to minus 37 this morning. It's 11:30 in the morning right now, so just before noon. And I think we're up to minus 27 outside, but inside the cabin still down minus 30. So it's still fairly frigid out here. So gonna be working hard and fast to get some heat going in the cabin, and make that our priority. I ended up picking up a bunch of wood from the house because it's been sitting there for years. I harvested that wood back in the summer of 2016, and it's just been sitting there. So I figured I could utilize it here and use it up. Seeing as I'm going to be doing that big push for collecting firewood here over the next few months, get some new fresh stuff and get it seasoning as well. Anyway, let's get carried on with setting up the camp. There's a lot of popping and cracking going on in the bush right now. It's so cold. Yeah, it doesn't take long for the fingers to go numb. Oh, come on, little guy. Fingers are so friggin' cold right now. This one thumb I can't even feel right now. Ooh. Oh wow. That's a little bit of heat. Oh wow. Okay. Uh-oh. All right, just waiting for that fire to get going a little bit better. It is really cold out. Like, thermometer's only saying minus 30, only minus 30. But it doesn't take long for your fingers to start getting numb. Trying to light a fire with fingers and no dexterity and numbness, lots of numbness, is it's hard. Hard to get it going. Anyway, get it going. Just got to keep feeding the fire. And then we'll get some heat going in here. I gotta offload the truck, bring all my stuff into the cabin here, and carry on from there. We can start a fire outside maybe. But priority is getting heat in here and getting nice and warm and safe from the elements, because it's bitterly cold out. She's going now. Once that thing gets going, it doesn't take long to heat up. You take a look there, like moisture coming off the wood and that little bit of snow. She's throwing the heat out now pretty good. It's already up to minus 20 in here. It's 12 o'clock on the nose. We'll see how long it takes to get up above zero. Now I got everything in the cabin. It's kind of disorganized, so I'm gonna have to clean it up, make it look better, and then start some lunch. Now this little light, kind of like that little burner I got, runs off the same stuff. Is it isobutane? Ooh. That's cold. Now, with that, it's not a very bright light, but I mean, that in conjunction with the Coleman lamp, it really brightens this place up. I'm not sure there'd be much use of lighting it up right now. I think I got enough light coming through the window that it would have no effect on it, right? But at nighttime, this light and the Coleman lamp lights this place up nicely. Let's just give her a little try here. She's cold. She is not lighting. Just gonna heat up some cabbage soup. Made this last night at the house. Thought I'd bring it out to the cabin here, so as to not to waste it, right? So make a pretty good lunch here. I'm just gonna heat it up on the wood heater, and then thinking I might do a grilled cheese sandwich on the wood heater as well. My cast iron fry pan. All right, we will get supper started here. Start with a little oil. So I'm man, that spice smells really good. Now, what we got going on here for dinner tonight is pork side ribs with onions, carrots, and potatoes. I'm going to make a gravy to go with it, so it'll be kind of a pork side rib stew, I guess you could say. Supper is prepped. Soup smells great. Pull up my little bowl here. We got 12 ounces, 330? No. 360 milliliters. What it contains. Oh, it's so good. Threw some bell peppers in with the soup there, and it sweetened it right up. Not the green bell peppers, but the color, the red, yellow, and orange. I'm gonna tell you what, minus 30 outside, nice hot cup of soup, hits the spot. Well, the temperature outside now is minus 28. I think it's going to hold steady there for a little bit. I'm not sure how cold it's going to be tonight, but I'm thinking it's going to dip into the minus 30s again. Inside what the forecast said, so once that sun goes down, I can see it dropping, you know, those few degrees. Minus 31, minus 33. Anyway, I got a few things to do outside yet. It's later in the afternoon. I don't have much sun left. I just threw my supper on the wood heater there, the spare ribs, pork spare ribs in the little Dutch oven. Potatoes, carrots, onions. I'm gonna make a gravy for it. Should be pretty good. It smells really good in here actually right now. So that'll be a couple hours, I think, just simmering away. In the meantime, I'm going to go outside and dig out those logs and get them ready for bucking up tomorrow. This should be a good start. Buck these logs up tomorrow. I think I might shovel this clear right now though. Just to make it a bit easier. Oh man, that smells wonderful. Let's take a look here. Oh yeah. Coming along nicely. Well, I think it's getting dark enough we can start one of these lights up, so this should be warm enough now to light right up. There we go. I generally just stick this up over here. So, keep your lights up this corner real nice. Now, I got 3 candles, and I forgot the replacement candles for them this trip, so there'll be no candles tonight. But with this light, once I get the Coleman light flashed up, should be good. Now, can't come up to the cabin without having a campfire, so that's what I'll be setting up here. What time is it? We got about an hour worth of light left before she goes down. Yep, might as well start that campfire. I might as well fuel this up too before we have to use it. We didn't fuel it up last time. Use it, so it's probably pretty low. Yeah, it doesn't sound like there's a lot in it. I figure I might as well get this thing going as well. Every time I walk in that cabin, it smells so good though. Really looking forward to dinner. Oop, that's it. We are full. There we go, nice and pressured up. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. Oh, come here, little bugger. Damn it. There we go. Perfect. Bring that right into the cabin. Well, it looks like we warmed up to minus 25. I suspect once the sun goes down, we're going to be dipping down closer to minus 30 again. Maybe even past that tonight. Oh yeah, would you look at that. Pork side ribs. Potatoes, carrots, onions, and gravy. I took some bread and dipped it in there and tasted the gravy and stuff. Oh my goodness, is it ever good. It's going to be a good supper. The heat from this fire is magnificent. The smoke from this fire is going straight up. There's not a stitch of wind. It's kind of awesome. Sun's just about to go down behind the horizon. You can see it through the trees. Not much time left before she gets dark. Oh, is this ever good? This is excellent. So sweet. Well, I tell you, there's nothing like having dinner in front of a campfire. It's minus 25 out right now. I'm nice and warm by the fire here. I'm eating a nice warm meal. Can't beat it. Oh, the gravy is excellent. I'm really impressed with that little Dutch oven on that wood heater. I'll tell you, the meals out here have not disappointed yet. Looks like the sun just went down behind the horizon there, so maybe 20 more minutes before she's dark. Man, what a peaceful night. Stir the fire here. Just sitting here burning wood, standing behind a fire or by a fire. It's awesome. She's pretty cold out right now. If I were to take my gloves off here for about 30 seconds to a minute, fingers would probably start going numb. But it's so crystal clear out. There's not a cloud in the sky. There's not a speck of wind. It doesn't look like the moon's out. Must be a new moon or something. So it's going to be dark out. Putting all my candles in the cabin. So I'm just going to sit here and burn some wood and enjoy the evening. Supper was excellent too, by the way. It was so good. I don't know what it did to make that gravy so sweet. It's probably the carrots, I'm sure of it. But I haven't had a flavor like that for a long time. It's probably one of my best meals out here. All right, back in the cabin. She's crisp out there tonight. I sure enjoyed that fire though. I sat out there for a couple hours, burned all that poplar that I managed to split up there at the beginning of the night, which is good. That's the place I'd want to burn that stuff, is out by the fire pit. So just came in and stoked the wood heater up here. Got it fired back up again. It was just a big bed of coals in there, so it cooled down to probably about +10 in here. So you can feel the heat coming off of it now. Grabbed a couple armloads of that newer wood, and I'll be mixing that with the really old dry stuff here. Should be made for a nice comfortable evening. Yeah, out at the fire pit for a couple hours, just enjoying the silence. And it's so quiet out there right now. All I could hear was the fire crackling and popping. Not a cloud in the sky. I can see 1,000 stars, and it's so dark. The moon's supposedly out somewhere. I can see kind of a little bit of light or whatever. It's not the sun, but it's not high in the sky. It's up by the horizon. And I'm so far in the bush that I don't have a horizon. It's all bush. But it makes for nice scenery. The only thing better would be if the northern lights were out and about right now. Anyway, I'm gonna hunker down here and get ready for bed. Maybe have a hot chocolate and maybe read a book. Okay. Well, sun's coming up. Let's go take a look at what the temperature is. It already feels warmer. Here by the outfitter's tent. Yeah, it feels way warmer. Huh, still -26. Craziness. I thought it was at least into minus teens, high minus teens. Oh well. That's why I'm not a thermometer. Sun's coming up. It's about 7:45 right now. Just got my saw kind of warming up by the hot wood heater. It's easier to start when it's warm. And we'll be tackling these, bucking them up. Well, that was an excellent night. Had a really great sleep. Bundled up in that sleeping bag. I tell you, that sleeping bag's awesome. It stayed relatively warm in here last night. I think I woke up at 2 to top up the wood heater here. It just had a bed of coals in it, and we were down to 0. So it'd been out for a little while. Well, not out, but down. So I topped it up, quickly got it back up to +20 in here, and then hopped back into my sleeping bag, and I was out till 6. So I topped it before I went to bed. I topped that heater up. I think it was 9:30. So it lasted 4.5 hours before I woke up, and it flashed back up again. So it's pretty good. Anyway, just waiting for my porridge to heat up here and have some breakfast. I've been drinking coffee, having my morning coffee, getting ready for the day. I'm just gonna wait for the sun to get up so I can get going on bucking up those logs for firewood. That'll be the task for today. And this is what we have for sunrise this morning. All right, let's get this thing fueled up. Been sitting in the cabin here for, it's been there a couple hours now, I think. So it should be warm enough to have an easy start. Let's get some fuel in it. Sounds like the critters are out and about. I'm hearing squirrels and birds. Lots of ravens flying around. I put out a bunch of crackers for the whiskey jacks there earlier. So they should be flying around here a little bit. Put this bar oil in the cabin too. Flows nice and easily. You hear the whiskey jacks. Well, this is a pretty good start to the firewood campaign. I got 4 logs left in that pile that I have to do. And I'm taking a look at this wood, and it's not as pulpy as what I thought it was, so it'll probably be good for inside the cabin. So I'll do both. I'll buck some pieces longer for the fire pit and then a bunch of shorter stuff for inside the cabin. It's a good start though. I think I had 12 logs here altogether. So I bucked up 8, got 4 left. It's a good start. Really looking forward to splitting this stuff. And then, like I said, I got a permit there that ends February 15th, so I'll be doing probably 3 truckloads of firewood to add to this for this month. So it'll be a good start to the firewood campaign. Saw was running awesome today. It was so crisp. I noticed earlier, like in warmer temperatures, it had trouble idling. Wouldn't like to idle, but today it did fine. So I might take it in for a tune-up anyway. I can't remember the last time I was in for a service, so it might be due. Anyway, we'll get ready to pack up because I got to head to town here. I got an appointment later on, so I'll break camp, pack everything up, and head out. All packed up, set up for next time. Well, camp's all packed up and everything's prepped for next time. Next time I come out, it should be in a couple days. Probably just be a day trip though. Wanna, like I said, get on top of the firewood campaign. So I'll be busy doing that for a while. I might even take down that outfitter's tent. We'll see how the day goes. Temperatures are supposed to bump right up to the minus 1, -2. I think even 0 here for the next little while. We won't be seeing any cold temperatures like we have the past little while for a bit, I think. Like there might be a bit of a dip in February, like there generally is, but it's generally not too long. By the time March runs around, it's starting to warm up quite a bit. And then mid-March, we're just about in full spring mode, so got a little bit of time left with the winter, so we'll take advantage of it and have fun. Bunch more overnights, and I might even do some hot tenting out in the bush here next month or so. Anyway, camp's packed up. I'm ready to head out. I'm glad you could join me on this episode out at the cabin, and I hope you join me next time. Talk to you later.